Impact analysis. China's 2026 silver export licensing regime. As of January 8, 2026, the global silver market is grappling with the reality of China's new export licensing system. This is not merely a bureaucratic change, it is a fundamental shift in the geopolitics of critical minerals. By moving silver from a common industrial commodity to a strictly managed strategic resource, Beijing has effectively installed a gatekeeper at the heart of the world's high-tech supply chain. The new rules: a dual license filter. Effective January 1, 2026. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce MAFCOM has replaced the old quota system with a rigorous, two-tier qualification framework. Qualification thresholds. To legally export silver, a company must now prove an annual production capacity of at least 80 tons and maintain verified credit lines exceeding $30 million. The Whitelist in late December 2025. China released an exclusive list of only 44 authorized exporters for the 2026 to 2027 period. Administrative friction. Even authorized firms must obtain a specific government license for every shipment. This review process can now stretch beyond 45 days, a timeline designed to prioritize domestic needs over international orders. Impact on India. The technology and energy squeeze. India is perhaps the most vulnerable major economy to these curbs. Data from the second half of 2025 shows that China and Hong Kong accounted for nearly 40% of India's silver imports, valued at over $7 billion. The solar infrastructure crisis. India's ambitious goal to reach 280 gigawatts of solar capacity by 2030 is under direct threat. Indian solar module manufacturers rely on imported silver paste, primarily from Chinese refiners. The squeeze, with Chinese exports now restricted. Indian firms are reporting a 15 to 20% premium on spot physical silver compared to international paper prices. The fallout: small to mid-size solar installers in India are facing project delays as the cost of silver-intensive photovoltaic cells hits record highs. Electronics and make in India. The burgeoning Indian electronics sector, which uses silver for high-conductivity circuit boards and 5G infrastructure, is seeing its margins evaporate. Strategic response. The Global Trade Research Initiative, GTRI, recently issued an emergency recommendation for India to accelerate its indigenous silver refining and diversify sourcing toward nations like the UAE and Turkey to bypass the Chinese bottleneck. Impact on the United States: defensive and industrial vulnerability. In November 2025, the U.S. government officially added silver to its national list of critical minerals. The timing was no coincidence. It was a preemptive acknowledgement of the supply shock that began this week. The defense and aerospace sector. Silver is non-negotiable in defense manufacturing, used in everything from missile guidance systems to fighter jet electronics. Supply chain resilience. The U.S. Department of Defense is reportedly reviewing strategic stockpiles, with China controlling 60 to 70% of refined silver supply. The U.S. is facing a refined metal gap rather than a mining gap. The Tesla EV factor. Tesla CEO Elon Musk's recent social media reactions, calling the curbs not good, highlight the anxiety in the EV sector. The cost ripple. A single electric vehicle uses roughly 25 to 50 grams of silver. As Chinese supply tightens, U.S. automakers are being forced to compete in a hypervolatile spot market, pushing the cost of EV electronics upward at a time when they are trying to lower prices for mass adoption. Global market reaction. Paper versus physical. This morning, the most significant technical development is the widening physical premium. In Shanghai, physical silver is trading at a significant premium over COMEX and LBMA prices. International buyers are now paying scarcity premiums of $8 to $10 per ounce above the screen price just to guarantee delivery. Market impact factor. Export mechanism. Pre-2026 status. Volume quotas. January 8, 2026 status. Government licensing. Review timeline. Pre-2026 status, automated, fast. January 8, 2026 status, 45+ day manual review, exporter count. Pre-2026 status, hundreds. January 8, 2026 status, 44 authorized firms. Market sentiment, pre-2026 status, industrial metal. January 8, 2026 status, strategic weapon review. The execution risk for 2026. The real threat for the remainder of 2026 is no longer an outright ban, but execution risk. By controlling the timing of licenses, China can effectively manage global price volatility and ensure its own industries, particularly AI and green energy, are fully subsidized by cheaper domestic metal, while the rest of the world pays a licensing tax.